That seems low. Why does that seem low? It's probably fine. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends beyond the binary, hello and welcome. My name is Kristi, and it's Monday. It's Monday. We're back with Doom. We're back with more Doom 2016. And I'm here with Alice.
You may want to try starting it up again or Mumble. Well, I guess it actually doesn't matter if Mumble hears you, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. We're good.
Hi. It's totally fine. It's totally fine and never hasn't been fine. So we are gonna jump back into Doom. I thought for a little bit about well, actually we'll talk about that in a second. There's something else I want to talk to you about first. Which is that Black Lives Matter, that Indigenous lives matter, that the lives of people of color matter. Protests remain ongoing here in... Well, it's a lot of dots for some reason. Protests remain ongoing here in this country, actually across the world. We're focusing on our country because this is the place where we live, and it's where we wish to do the most good, but this is a global event. If you are a person who has means, if you are a person who has an excess of money at this time, I understand not a lot of people do, but please find a way to give some of that money to organizations that are helping protesters on the ground right now as Black Americans fight for equal rights, equal treatment under the law, for basic human dignity. A lot of things that should not have to be fought for, but here we are. If you don't have money to give, and again, it's 2020, it's a hell year, it's a hell time, a lot of people don't, then find some other way. If you have money or energy or time to give, please find a way to support these people. Whether it be through getting supplies to local protesters, whether it is by getting becoming a ride, giving rides in and out of dangerous situations. Even just signing petitions can do a lot of good. And voting. I said this before, and I think I'm going to keep on it. However you feel about the presidential election, that's not something I wish to go into, but vote in your local election, certainly. Because more change will happen by holding the feet to the fire than by throwing rocks at the head. I think that made sense. So, that's that. Here's the awkward transition where I start goofing about a video game about demons. Let's play some Doom. Let me hit the button so we can play some Doom. If you're going out, be careful about your phone. Yes, also that. Maybe don't have that phone. Maybe have a burner phone. I'm just gonna shrink that. So, I thought for a little while, I wanted to make a joke about awkward transition being my nickname in high school, but yeah, that's just sort of people's lived experience. So I had thought, because the last time we played Doom 2 weeks ago, I had thought we'd gotten like 3/4 of the way through a level, and then the internet just absolutely shat the bed. And I thought for a little while about whether or not I should do a new, like, just play the level again. But, sorry, the splash screens are going. It's going to be loud for a second. There's one more. Don't let it lull you into a false sense of security. It's coming for you. So, I thought about whether or not... Oh, I should hit the button so you can see that. Ooh, there's actually a couple buttons I gotta hit. I just remembered because I played Hard Space last time. And... yeah, that needs to say Doom instead of Hard Space. There we go. That sounds loud. I'm aware it's loud. It'll get quieter here in a second. Once it actually loads my profile. So, I'm not going to replay that because we got through most of it. All you missed was me, like, doing another gore nest and going down an elevator. Most of the level is an excuse for you to have that one-on-one with Sam Hayden in his office, which is really interesting. I went through again. I went through the level again to check all of the little boxes that said you got all the secrets, and noticed a couple of things. Like, there's other hell caskets in that storage space, like the one that we were dragged out of. So that's interesting.
How many are there?
I didn't think to count. There's at least 3.
So that's Crash, Phobos, and I don't know who else. Since this is all coming from another dimension, it's possible Ranger's in one as well.
Dr. Bones.
Or Bones. Bones could be in there.
Mm.
Bones is another character from the Arena Eternal.
Yeah, no. That's why I said it.
He's great. He's got my favorite catchphrase of all time, which I have repeated ad nauseum to this day, which is, "Death is just a part of life. The last part."
So, we're gonna, you missed another gore nest. It wasn't anything special. I went back and I got all of the pickups. They're fine. We're just gonna jump into Lazarus Labs. This should be the very start of it, or it might just be past the first room, but we're just gonna keep moving from this space. How are you doing, Alice?
I'm hurting, but I'm not as sick as I have in the past couple months.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. We did a lot of work between all of us yesterday. Everyone in the house got in on trying to fix the plumbing.
Yeah. So we had to collaboratively dig a hole so we could get to the sewer line. And then
clear out multiple different lines.
Yeah.
And now we've still got roots in the way, which we gotta slowly kill.
Level is starting up.
Which can apparently take like a month to actually kill them. So we may end up hiring a plumber anyway just to cut them out at this rate. But
deep within this facility.
Mm-hmm.
Few have ever seen the stone. But if you came to us for
oh yeah, we got the hole in the roof too.
you might be able to see something in it we haven't.
I feel you there.
So, this is going back down the tower we came up a little while ago.
I like the blood smears. That's a nice touch.
They're really everywhere. It's a very jaunty look. I like the gore pillar as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, you know, for demons, this is retro chic, right? This is very old school. Oh, wait. Here's Olivia.
It is not a mistake that he has come into our possession.
Okay.
The demons prophesied his return.
Okay, that's good.
If he awakes, it could jeopardize the entire mission. For he is the only one who
Oh,
can
she's talking
stand
to
against them.
hologram. She means us again.
Usually.
I mean, presumably.
But yeah, I'm actually kind of curious about those caskets.
Oh, brain, what the hell? That's fun. Give me just a second.
Okay.
I've been playing Shipbreaker and Monster Doodad all day. Slime Rancher. And the thing about those is that I play both of those with the keyboardy mouse. And so I just started playing this with the keyboardy mouse and wasn't thinking about it. So I kept hitting E to, like, reload my gun. and then
Which
realized,
that'd be R.
yeah,
If there's there's not even reloading in this game, is there?
no, there sure isn't. That's why I just changed mods 6 times. So I've got the controller in my hands now, so that feels a little better. Hi Riz, hi Andy, hi Mox, hi Xenon,
Bad Road.
hi Bad Road. Thank you all for joining us. Let's punch some demons in the face and mouth. Oh.
The face and the mouth that's not part of their face. Some of them have mouths on their stomachs.
The demons. Report to the chapel at 1400 hours. Please save your word before attending.
Slime Rancher is the bridge point between Animal Crossing and Doom. Oh no. I would have thought more Harvest Moon, but I see where you're coming from.
Just straight down from here, eh? That seems safe.
Yeah, it don't look good.
So Riz was talking about a skeleton with some
Brass instruments.
yeah, with some brass instruments grafted to it, which is part of like some DLC content for Doom Eternal, which I'm still seeing in Doom regular brand. I don't know
Like,
why.
the Revenants are basically... The Revenants are basically just skeletons with brass instruments strapped to their backs.
Alright, that's going well.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Stomp on his head.
I should check my challenges, I guess. Variety is the Spice of Death. Performed 5 different glory kills on possessed soldiers.
But yeah, I'm curious who else got sealed away that they would be able to summon with those caskets.
Kill 8 demons with a single shot. Play a game of demon destruction.
But if there's 3 caskets, I would assume it's Crash, Phobos, and Ranger. Crash and Phobos being from Doom's universe, which is not this universe, I'll remind you.
Yeah.
And Ranger being from the Quake universe, where horrible shit happened.
So, I've played Quake.
Mm-hmm.
Or I say I've played Quake, which is almost true. I played Quake 4, specifically, because...
Quake 1 is technically unrelated to 2, 3, and 4.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Quake 2 was not originally a Quake project, but it got the label slapped onto it because they wanted a Quake sequel.
No. Well, that's not what you want. There's your problem right there.
But they are related now, but it's not... That is some legs.
Mm-hmm.
They are related now, but that's after the fact. They weren't written to be one series. Ooh, he's a bobblehead.
Yep. We're just gonna... uh-oh.
When the room is red, that usually means there's gonna be a fight in it.
Yeah. I think I was supposed to do the elevator and come down here that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I went through the secret zone instead.
Mm-hmm. I was looking at all kinds of stuff about colorblind modes in games, and something that came up a couple times was people saying that Doom was perfectly accessible for someone with tritanopia. Mind you, it was not people with tritanopia saying it.
Sure.
But for some reason, people seem to think that because there's a lot of bright glowy stuff that's supposed to guide you, that's good enough. But it's not, because there's all kinds of bright glowy stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Regardless of what's supposed to be guiding you and what's not. Doom Eternal is supposed to do a much better job at this, according to actually colorblind people, so I'm looking forward to that.
Let me just make sure I've gotten everything before I pull the eye out of this horrible, horrible socket. Okay.
Delicious.
So savory.
And the red disappears. They do a really good job of making it look like there's more red in the room than there is, just by changing the lighting.
Yeah. It's very mood setting.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Oh, nasty.
And we got a video. Is it a video nasty? There we go. Oh, you don't like that. I think we just need to do a leg one now. Crunch. So...
Trying to remember the name of this game show that I was referencing.
Which?
Ooh, nasty.
Was that the one with the magician?
Yep.
The one where the magician's in the house, and it's the magician's house?
Yep.
I absolutely know what you're talking about.
Can't remember the name. I found clips of him saying "ooh, nasty" over here, but I can't find the actual show.
It was like the idea was...
It was like kids in a virtual reality puzzle, but they had blinders on, and they had to be guided by their friends.
Oh, it's a kid's thing.
Yeah.
That's not whatever I'm thinking of then. I was thinking of a...
Nightmare. With a K.
Nightmare with a K.
Yeah.
Takeshi's Tower? Right you are, Ken. Yeah, there's a lot about this game that is very subtly clever. I know subtle and clever folks, I know subtle and clever aren't words a lot of folks would put into the same factory with Doom games most of the time. I think that Doom is, this particular iteration of it, at the very least, is very subtle and very clever.
Doom is too smart for gamers.
You can put that in the quote bot, please. Doom is too smart for gamers, Alice 2020.
Gamers think that Nier Automata is like this super deep philosophical story, but they don't understand Doom.
There we go. The point of Doom is that the demons are bad and you should punch them, and anyone telling you differently is not your friend.
The demons are fascists. Punch the Nazis.
Thank you, Bad Red.
But yeah, this game does a real good deconstruction of fascism and how it's weak and pathetic and puts on a veneer of just power and strength that it doesn't really have, and it collapses in on itself, creating a big fucking mess like this that real people have to clean up.
Also ripping and tearing.
Also ripping and tearing. You know what? I would love to see a version of Doom where there is a small contingent of demons who are not fascists.
I don't want to get too deep into stuff we haven't discussed yet, but this is a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. That's
It's a ball.
Yeah, that's a return. So
That means there's a teleport somewhere.
yeah. Oh, I like this storytelling. Oh, no.
Orb.
I like the idea that there was another one over here that the door got kicked out on.
Yeah.
Which is similar to this door,
And the door was sealed. Both of them were.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that
So
the seals...
No, it must be this one then.
Are you noticing that there is literally no magically sealed door that actually worked? They're all broken.
Oh, yeah.
Meaning that they fooled themselves into thinking these seals work.
They were like, no, it's cool. There's the magic seals on it that we learned from Hell. And certainly Hell would tell us how to keep itself under control.
Uh-huh. If there are any Doomons who aren't fascists, they're probably deep underground. Yeah.
Hey.
Microsoft owns Bethesda now. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's a hell of a thing.
Viacom owned them before, I think.
My assumption is that they thought that the deal was going to be... Oh, right, they said they were working on the new Elder Scrolls. So that must be nearly done by now, and that'll be an exclusive for Microsoft. And it's like, oh, whoa, fam, that was 20 years in the future.
Mm-hmm. They've released Skyrim so many times. Why stop now?
She proved to be weak.
Oh, that is unpleasant to look at. That whole hallway,
A little bit.
which I imagine is the point, but that's unfucking pleasant.
What do we want to take next? We're basically just like cleaning stuff up at this point.
Something destructive.
Sorry, friend. I mean, they're all destructive. Choose a choice.
I like that in Doom Eternal, they're not controlled by a hostile environment, so you can just be nice to them.
Oh, I bet that was some good feedback they got.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like,
People felt bad about punching the robots.
they're just there. I don't know why I needed to punch the robot. It seems bad. Does this open on its own? Yeah, so this is the... excuse me, I'm just gonna be over here looking at these secrets real quick. Here we go.
I think Nightmare got like a single new episode a couple years ago that Stuart Ashen starred on. I gotta look that up. I seem to recall something like that.
There it is.
But that show was fun as hell, and I used to watch that on PBS. Canadian PBS had a lot of just random British programming.
You're seeing this also, right?
What, the fog door from Dark Souls?
No, it's a capsule, and it's been broken.
Huh, who came through that, I wonder?
That's a great question.
Because that's a cryo capsule from Doom 1.
I don't like that. Let's walk away from it.
That Doom 1?
All these fucking Star Trek-ass blinky lights over here. Here we go. Break your whole arm. Oh.
No, it was not in... No, it wasn't in Doom. I'm thinking of another similar model from another game. But Doom was in cryogenic sleep when he was shipped to the planet, so maybe that's like a Doom 1 cryo capsule.
Okay, that's where we came out at. Oh, that's the,
Once there was a man. No, it was a dragon man. I mean, maybe it was just a dragon, but it was still Fog Door. I'm so angry. Can you tell how
There it
angry
is.
I am?
It's a lot. Bedroad really went for it.
Mm-hmm.
You stay down there. Can't go that way, although I'd quite like to, because there's a rune trial in there. It looks like I can get up from the bottom if I can figure out how to do that. Oh wait, hang on. No, that's not it. There we go. Hallway clear. Except for this one. You think you're too good to be killed by the BFG? Kinshasa.
Everyone gets killed by the BFG eventually. That's how we all go out.
It's a terrific athlete. Here we go. Oh, laser boy. Oop.
It's the Beam Child.
I tried to circle strafe the beam child, and that didn't go well.
It's okay, you stomped on his skull.
Yeah.
That's basically the same.
It's... you did spell it the same. I was downstairs doing laundry when... I was downstairs changing laundry when I heard the awful thing you did, and I'm morbidly obliged to tell you well done. I almost read that as morbidly obliged. Can I get... I guess this is another one where I'm gonna have to go back and around and find some stuff, because... Oh no, there's a way down. Oh no, that's the way I'm supposed to go.
Eat that your
Oh, well...
I should go back through the Devil May Cry levels and get all the secrets. That would also help me not forget the controls every week.
Yeah, it's just a nice little reminder of how you're meant to do things. Oh, here's the purple one.
I started out liking playing as Nero, and then found myself not liking it that much, and it was the opposite with V. Didn't like playing V at all for the first hour or so, and then suddenly, wow, this is a lot of fun once it got more complicated.
Just turn everyone into a red mist. V looks like a hell of a thing.
V needs the more complicated aspects of combat to be fun, is the main thing, and Nero needs simpler shit. So V works better in DMC5, basically.
I don't know, I think there's something to say for, like, just having a bunch of different styles.
Oh yeah, but V's is just actually fun.
Just all on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to harvest somebody real quick.
My main problem with Nero is that the breaker shit just doesn't go off half the time like you saw.
Yeah.
I can't
don't
figure
know-
out why sometimes I can make the breaker explodes and sometimes it just fails.
Nope, not that. Yeah, sure, why not? I tried to do a cool thing from above, but that's not what the game wanted me to do.
The game wanted you to hit it with a chainsaw.
Well, no, I tried to hit it with the chainsaw from, like, up above with the thought that maybe I could, like...
Oh no, chainsaws I think only have like 1 or 2 animations per enemy. I think that would be very cool if you could land on their shoulders and just drive it into their brain.
Yeah. I thought, like, you know, the demons, the, like, imps and stuff, they're little. So I'm fine with them only having, like, the one decapitation thing. But with the, like, mancabuses, there's just so much surface area to turn into. Like, you could maybe spare an extra one. Or maybe you couldn't. There was already a lot of fucking animation budget in this joint. Ooh, button. Secret found. There's a Redman in here. There's a noise in the game that sounds like my alarm. I hate it when that happens.
Oh no. Like Stardew Valley and the Mastodon bloop.
Right? Oh, by the way, here's everyone. We got Hell Knights. We got 3/4 of a Hell Knight. We got Summoners.
That's part of a Hell Knight right there.
We got Big Lads. We got Skull Faces. We got Imps in a Bucket. Come on down, Discount Demon Warehouse.
I mean, you can find that bloop in a fucking public domain, not public domain, but a sound pack you can just buy to license, which is likely how Stardew Valley got it. That's just an old bloop sound. Just now that a seemingly identical sound is associated with Mastodon, it's confusing and bizarre.
You're just really trying to see what makes that Mancubus go, eh? It won't let me play in the guts. I don't enjoy that.
Mom won't let me play in the guts.
Don't come here. If your mother said no, I'm sure she had a good reason. You could slip and hurt yourself.
Yeah, I've heard that, Xenon, but I don't know. I think that the person who made the Mastodon bloop for Mastodon may have been inspired by this previously existing and once very common sound.
Also free. So what happens in here? We're absolutely about to see a cutscene.
This is either a cutscene room or a boss room.
Good. I'm glad it's reminding me what the
Demonic presence at unsafe
what the BFG is for.
It's for big fucking kills.
And where's the other one? Hey, you are.
So the Quake version of the BFG is interesting, because obviously this BFG is big and satisfying and scary, the BFG 9000.
Yeah, it's a big fucking gun.
The Quake version is called the BFG 10,000, and it's the same thing except fully automatic.
That's not okay. You shouldn't be allowed to make that thing fully automatic.
It's so good though.
Pinky's still chasing me. The Pinkies.
What about the brain?
I don't think there's much. I don't think that's the way it is. Yes, always.
Always.
If you've never... Oh, I hadn't seen that one before. That's quite good.
That's nice.
So, if you've not seen Yes, Always...
It's really good.
It's a Animaniacs short starring Pinky and the Brain, where the idea is that it's...
It's the exact script.
Well, yeah, but let me get there. So the idea behind the skit is that it's the brain coming in to like re-record some dialogue because they're an animation studio, and that means they're actors, I guess. But the actual things that he's saying are taken from this outtake reel of Orson Welles doing commercials that he didn't want to do.
For peas.
For peas, and it's word for word. Like you can actually like find YouTube edits of people having looped the dialogue over the Orson Welles dialogue over the cartoon, and it's 1-to-1, and it's incredible. It with
less cursing.
Yeah, with the exception of a couple of negated curses. Oh, hi, Olivia. Oh, you're gonna do it again, are you?
Jump scare.
Just on a loop while we wait for the... yeah.
That's Olivia, or what's left of her.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh no, come back, that's too good. If I back up, and then... No, you have to come back up. It's like using that same very pleasant, everything is fine, please come work for the UAC voice, but doing demonic chanting in it. It's...
Oh, so the actual story behind why that episode got made is basically Maurice LaMarche, when doing the Brain's voice, he originally just envisioned, he had a few ideas, but he eventually settled on just Orson Welles.
Mm-hmm.
And so every day that he was warming up to do the Brain's voice, he would just recite that entire thing to himself in front of everyone, just walking down the halls. And then someone was like, hey, that'd make a really funny skit.
That's incredible. I didn't know that it like that was his vocal warm-up.
Mm-hmm.
That's rad as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what we were sent down to Lazarus Labs to interact with. This is the Helix Stone. You might notice the big Doomslayer logo in the middle of it. Been thinking about getting that tattooed on my body. But this room certainly isn't the sort of room where a boss fight will happen or anything.
No, perfectly round, lots of pillars.
Yeah.
Big thing in the middle. Not gonna happen.
So safe. It's so safe in here. There's some chunks of flayed flesh with writing on them. That's super good.
That is a stone that is bleeding. They are literally squeezing blood from a stone here.
Oh, I thought this was dried flesh.
No, that's a rock.
With all the bloods.
That is fucking concrete.
That's fun.
Their friends call them Liv. Their enemies call them Doc Ock. Into the Spider-Verse was very fun.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh,
Oh
piece of
no,
candy.
you're being led by a trail
piece
of
of
candy.
candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. That guy's an asshole, by the way.
Oh yeah, total piece of shit.
Ooh, piece of candy. And that show's bullshit.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, piece of candy.
But it did have a few funny jokes here and there throughout the years.
Ooh, piece of candy. I was thinking about South Park.
Oh, well that was Family Guy.
No, I understand that. This is a slide off.
Okay.
So I was thinking about how South Park, as reprehensible as it certainly is now, and it wasn't super great before. Oh.
It was not me. It was Samuel.
Okay.
He led them to his
South Park
tomb.
went from fart jokes to
Please.
punching down very
We can
quickly, and it
overcome
hasn't
this.
really gone anywhere else.
Yes. The gate will be opened as planned.
So, Olivia's demonic masters are very upset that we were pulled out of the hell dimension.
Well, yeah, they had you trapped after you killed the mother demon.
But South Park had a couple of good jokes, and I keep coming back to it. Like, it's something that we reference every now and again, just because it's actually quite good. Is the episode with Korn, the band Korn, where Korn are drawn like in the same sort of animation style as Scooby-Doo, and they're hunting ghost pirates, except they get into like a 2-minute argument about whether they're ghost pirates or pirate ghosts.
Because the distinction is very important.
So the distinction is that they're ghosts that are pirates, but that sort of doesn't mean a lot because they're in fucking Colorado. It's landlocked. There's not a place for them to be pirates there. So clearly they were ghosts first that made the conscious decision to then become pirates.
Well, I used to be a farmer and I made a living fine.
Oh. Back here is good.
Probably shouldn't sing the whole song.
Oh yeah, we'd probably get,
They would find some way to copyright strike us on that.
So we have this also. Holograms of the
Why is he reference posing?
Doomslayer armor. And
Oh yeah,
our
that's
casket.
But for real, he's just A-posing.
You're not wrong.
So they were planning to get you back into the Praetor suit.
I think they just had them and didn't quite know what to do with them.
No, but they're displaying it here next to the Doom casket is the thing. That's what makes me think they were planning to get you into the Praetor suit. They want you to kill the demons, but Sam thought he could control you and get you to defeat the demons for his purposes.
Yeah, so that's always kind of been my read about it, is that, like, Olivia didn't particularly like us being... I'm just gonna heal right here, I guess. Olivia's demon master certainly didn't like that we were around, but Sam was keeping us around as kind of a failsafe.
Or at least the means to pull us back.
Yeah, with the idea that we're a controllable entity that kills the demon. And didn't quite understand precisely how into fucking killing demons we are.
Doom will kill the demons and anyone who sides with them.
Doom Demon Destruction, Suspended Software. That man was playing Galaga.
So I like that they're actually referring to him as Doom here.
How do we...
Oh, right. I forgot about this.
How do we do this? Like that? Oh yeah, that's good.
Bedoomed.
Yeah. It's just straight MIDI, it's like just literally the actual music.
Just put it in G major.
Yeah.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I want this game on my phone immediately. I don't know if you can get it on your phone. It'd be interesting.
I mean, you could just get Bejeweled.
It is just Bejeweled is the thing, but it's Bejeweled and Doom also. I'm actually kind of surprised you can't get that anywhere.
Yeah, that seems like a no-brainer. Just release all the little mini games from this as mobile apps.
I forgot to, You really want to play Turkey Puncher on the go?
Hell yes, I do.
Manual security activated. All terminals now accessible.
All terminals, you say?
How about Turkey Puncher Eternal?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Bad Road. They're leaving money on the table. These terminals aren't accessible anymore.
Well, not after you punch them, certainly.
Here's a red terminal. Access control station, connection link active. Okay, I guess that's the thing we just did. And the door we came in appears to have disappeared. I think that's not a problem. This is the exact same thing, but in green. Presumably, if you, needed that for something. Oh no, here's the door we came in. Nope. No, our door was over there and it's gone now. Anyway, let's hit this button. I'm sure it's fine.
What's this button do? Oh, that's not a good thing for a button to do.
Oh hey! Some sort of devil key.
It's the Keyblade. Kingdom Hearts is life.
That's what she was looking for.
The Crucible.
Did you get
So the
location?
demon keys are in fact things from Doom 64, which we referenced last time. That's where Doom is drawing his powers from, or presumably was at the time.
The only accumulator in this sector is in specimen CD 587.
You're going to have to...
I just described the entire playthrough. Please don't touch anything. That's not a thing a button should do.
The ruptured case
Generally
caused a
speaking,
rift
yeah.
strong enough to send you back to their world. We can determine your point of entry using the tether system I uploaded to your suit. Retrieving the Crucible is critical. Without it, we have no way of shutting down the well and closing the hell.
So if I can find a way to afford it, I think Doom Eternal is going to be my next game after Devil May Cry. Because it'll be a good follow-up to this. And I have a computer that can run it now.
I think that's a great plan.
Kristi will be on commentary, of course, if she likes.
I would like, because I'm interested to see... I've seen very little of that game go, Doom Eternal. But what I have seen has been cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Excuse me, I just need to turn you into powder. Thank you. So Please Don't Touch Anything is one of my favorite games of literally all time. It's just so fucking good. It's so much fun. It's, when I was talking with Andy about it, I think I described it as a game of fuck around and see what happens.
So that was a whole genre of Flash games back in the day. And Please Don't Touch Anything is an excellent example of the genre.
Yeah.
I'm sad we don't see more games like that now.
Please Don't Touch Anything is, like, I'm curious how you're defining this genre, because, the Crimson Room is a game that existed also.
Well, this genre is basically, it's choose your own adventure, but all of the options are hidden. You're treasure hunting for nothing in particular. And a lot of the time with the Flash games, it would do just wild shit, just like it does in Please Don't Touch Anything.
Yeah. Ow. Okay.
And you were basically playing to see what you could make happen next.
Oh, right. I played something like this, like last year, on, not the insistence, but someone was talking about it on Mastodon. It was like a thing with a castle, where, your goal was you were trying to raise a flag, you knew that bit, but then it was very difficult to know what actions you could take that would make the flag go up. So you had a little dude who was like walking from left to right, and you needed to like adjust everything in just the perfect way that you could. Is this too loud, everybody? You had to like adjust everything just so, and there was no indication of how to. No?
I can't think of this game.
Oh.
But it sounds like about the same idea, yeah. And if you chose, and if you did it wrong, something wild would happen.
Yeah. Your little dude would die a horrible, hideous death. Andy is saying it's on the cusp of being too loud when shit's really popping off. And we are now at the point where shit's never not going to be popping off. So we're just going to crank the audio down by 25% or so. 15? 15's probably good. It doesn't have to be... Yeah, that looks much more reasonable. So, I certainly am not feeling like I have to scream anymore, so that's good.
Excellent.
Hi, the last imp.
Sup? Is the last imp like the last unicorn?
It's like the last unicorn.
In that you punch it to death? That's what happened in the last unicorn, right?
I've never seen the movie, but yes. That's exactly what happens in The Last Unicorn. I'm aware that it's a movie, and that I guess there's a unicorn in it, and only one. I don't know. The only thing I know about The Last Unicorn is that there was a pornographic image I saw once. And that's like the whole deal.
Well, good.
Oh, hey, we found the chapel. They've been talking about it this whole time.
Seems a bit drippy.
It's drippy a little bit.
Drafty, but with blood.
Yeah, but that's fine.
I guess if that's what you're into.
Well, you know, you have to do what you can with the space, right?
Pray your way.
Yeah, pray your way. Oh, here's Olivia some more. Oh, that's not gonna...
Now here's Olivia getting people to worship the demons.
Yeah, there's a bit of a stab. Oh, I think that's just gonna keep looping. Yeah.
Yeah. Blood sacrifice, yada yada.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, that's a Dark Souls bonfire. Except it's a dude.
It's two dudes. They're having a good time. Everybody disco dancing.
They must have landed in the physics engine.
Oh no. Oh, this isn't the way, I guess. It must be this way then. Yeah. I love how shocked all of these ones are.
Mm-hmm. You're just like, oh my god, there are demons on our space station.
It's like, I knew that they were feeding people to the demons, but I never expected they would feed me to the demons.
There was no one to speak for me when the demons came for me.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm doing it in a Frank Oz voice.
I was about to say, like, I'm trying to not.
I'm mocking the swine.
I know. There's clearly some stuff down here.
I do not feel sorry for centrist swine who the demons eat.
Yeah. Here we go. That's fine.
They came for the journalists and no one knows what happens after that. Oh god.
So let's hit this button. Oh, good.
Now it's plugged.
We're just gonna...
Now it's not plugged.
Yep. We're just gonna ride this up to the roof hatch.
Are you noticing how the architecture has slowly changed as you've gone on, so there's a lot more triangles now?
Yeah.
That is very intentional, because triangles are threatening. Because they look like teeth.
Yeah. I never thought about that, but all triangles are teeth. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I hate
All
it.
triangles are teeth.
I hate it now.
AT-AT. Oh, that's what Star Wars was trying to tell us.
Good. I'm just gonna turn you into Pinata.
It's a 3D video game, so everything is triangles. That's true unless it's rendered in quads like the Sega Saturn.
Ow! Okay. Hey, Pinky's here, everybody.
Yes! Nerf!
Bonk. Wait, it's all teeth?
Always has been.
Thank you. Ooh, pieces of candy. Oh.
It's armor candy, which is like sports candy, except made of metal.
Ah, sports candy!
Sports candy! I want you all to watch the first few seasons of Lazy Town because it is truly a magical show.
I feel like I should do that sometime. I basically just know the Lazy Town memes.
It has so many great songs is the thing, but only a few really got memed.
It's like Dalev Nar. I don't know what that is.
Is he a triangle?
No, you're thinking of Bert.
Oh yeah, the Muppet.
Bert the Petulant Triangle.
No, I'm pretty sure Bert the Petulant Muppet.
He's also that.
He's kind of, his head is kind of triangular.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, it's a piece of cake to make a pretty cake. See? Mox knows. He's a vestige from the D&D 3.5 Tome of Magic. He's covered in teeth.
I pulled you from that tomb in the Cadinger Sanctum.
I just got a vestige in Path of Exile that made me covered in ice.
Risks, and I released you from your prison to help mitigate those risks. I knew that in the event of a catastrophe, you'd be the only thing that could stop them.
Yeah. So there's very explicit language saying, hey, I kept you around because you're the Hellman. You're the mayonnaise boy. I don't know why I went with that. I feel bad about it.
Hellman's real Doomslayer.
Hellman's real Doomslayer.
So that's wild to me that especially in the US they write real on all their mayonnaise because people can't tell the difference between mayo and fucking salad dressing. Despite them being completely different, having different flavors and different purposes.
Listen. I'm a schlubby asshole who doesn't know my ass from a hole in the ground. And I don't think that knowing what is and isn't mayonnaise is highest on my list of shit I don't know.
But it already says mayonnaise. It doesn't say mayonnaise on fake mayonnaise.
Yeah.
So why do they have to say it's real like we don't know that?
Presumably because there was, in the 20s, a group of people who tried to get away with counterfeit mayonnaise.
I guess so.
And now it's just become a thing.
Unreal mayonnaise. Where's that radical mayo?
Ooh, there we go.
Let me get more Sonic the Hedgehog. Unreal mayonnaise. Where's that radical mayo?
Oh, hey, here we go. Here's one of these. We deserve a break.
We deserve a break. Eating pudding with a spoon. Tails.
Armed with the Gauss cannon and using only the resources found in the area, eliminate all targets before timer expires. Health levels are critical, and targets will not drop resources when destroyed. Okay.
The best thing about the Tails campaign in Sonic the Hedgehog Adventure is how the whole time Sonic just keeps saying the same 6 lines to encourage you over and over again.
Oh, they don't let me, change. Uh-oh.
I mean, it did say this is the Gauss cannon.
It did say the Gauss cannon, but I thought it, when I've been using the Gauss cannon, I've been using the other mod. The one that lets you zoom and would make this a lot easier.
No zoom for you.
I'm just gonna not do that. We're gonna move on because I do want to pound through the plot. I think that's gonna be it now. Excuse me, I just need this. I just need this for me.
That was the game that introduced Big the Cat, who was voiced by John St. John, aka the voice of Duke Nukem.
He does other stuff.
He does, but
like
that's
Big the Cat.
He does a lot of voices.
Did you know John St. John voiced Big the Cat?
That's what I just said.
That's wild, right? I'm sorry. I understand that was sort of shitty to do. Well. Any of these doors look like they open? Not really. Can I get up there? It looks like I can get up there. No, I guess I'm going down here. Oh, right! So, last week... Yeah, last week I said that there was a very special friend that I wanted to introduce you all to, but we didn't get there in time because internet crapped out. So, I think it's right about here. No, it might not be this one, it might be the next deal. Yeah, this just drops into the Hell Arena. That's fine. Quad damage. Turn everyone into a red haze.
Meanwhile, Sonic Adventure 2 introduced Rouge the Bat, voiced by Lonnie Minella, aka Nancy Drew, who was discovered by John St. John. John St. John, up until he met Lonnie Minella, thought that girls couldn't do voices because that's what he'd always been told. He doesn't believe that anymore.
That's good.
Rouge the Bat is a trans icon.
Is she? Driven?
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, Lonnie Minella is friggin' great. He voiced Rouge the Bat.
You've cut off. You've cut off in the mumble.
I shouldn't have.
You're back now.
I don't know why I was cut off.
I don't either, but you were.
Well, as I was saying, she did Rouge the Bat, Omo Chow.
Thanks, Oma Chow.
Fucking Oma Chow. Nancy Drew. She was Betty Boop for a fucking Valley Midway slot machine thing.
Oh, okay. She was Alex Robbins' hot wife.
Yes.
You haven't seen that thing, have you?
No, but you've told me about it. Oh yeah, and she's like half the dinosaurs in all the Land Before Time games.
The games? Not the movies, though?
No, she's the game voice. Like in the Big Water Adventure, she's Littlefoot, Sarah, Ducky, Petrie, and Mo. I don't know who the fuck Mo is. She also plays like half the characters in Frogger the Great Quest. Ouch.
Here we go.
Trying to see what her earliest Land Before Time game is.
Oh. Hang on, there's more.
In 1999, she did Land Before Time Toddler Time. Oh, she played like she played like 3 of the Berenstain Bears in Life's Little Lessons with the Berenstain Bears: How to Get Along with Your Fellow Bear in 1999.
That's good. I like that. I'm glad she's doing that important work, telling us how to be friends with bears.
Right?
That's what that is, right?
So her earliest Land Before Time game is just one of those terrible activity center applications that was popular in the mid to late 90s.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the Land Before Time Activity Center, and she plays Littlefoot, Sarah, Ducky, and Petrie.
Yep. I feel like there should be another thing up here.
I'm also glad that there were specific instructions on how to get along with bears in 1999. If otherwise, I wouldn't have known how to get along with bears.
You will need to rip out the Argent accumulator powering the Cyber Demon.
Oh.
Destabilizing the core will cause a
And you know what they say about knowing? Once you know, that's great.
We will pull you out.
I just heard a very exciting name. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, we got this tall fucking gothic architecture making up this hallway.
It made sure to give me all of the resources.
Here comes a real boss door. I like that Dean does not hesitate either. He just grabs that shit and pulls. Oh, hi. He doesn't even get knocked down. He's still fucking on his feet as he goes flying.
We got a whole boss bar and everything.
Mm-hmm. This is the first time you get a boss bar, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Okay.
So this is what the demons were using a lot of the technology that they were harvesting to do, is modify their bodies into this shit. You can kill the cyber demon without shooting it until it dies? I mean, pro tip.
I think it's fine. It's just using the right tools for the job. Just gonna run up your whole leg and pull your core out.
Honestly, as cyber demons go, that one was kinda wussy.
I did just absolutely murder it with the biggest gun I had.
And now you're in somewhere else.
Yeah, and because the demon came with me.
Uh-huh. Now it doesn't need its power core anymore.
Yeah.
Remember how they were talking about hell energy? Turns out that's a real thing.
Yeah. And you know where there's a lot of hell energy? Hell. Florida. Uh-oh. Okay. This is fine.
This is a rhythm game.
This is a rhythm game, she says, of Doom 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more of a My brain wants to say Dakimakura. That's not what it is.
Danmaku.
Danmaku, thank you.
Literally bullet hell.
Oh, I'm absolutely about to die, aren't I? Yeah.
Oh! Is that why the demons taught us to harness Argent so they could use it for themselves? Yep.
That makes sense.
It turns out everyone played each other. Except the demons, they didn't get played.
Everyone thought everyone was playing everybody else, but it turns out that the real player was the friends we made along the way, like in Saints Row.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it does start us here, so that's good.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna Dark Souls you.
And just... I wonder if maybe it's time to switch brands, Jake.
Yeah, rapid fire stuff might work better here.
Let's get into the chainual. That's doing something.
Oh yeah, that's chewing through them.
That's happening.
I warned you about the demons. We're doing this. We're making it happen.
Oh, I've lost.
Ooh! He just got B'd, F'd, and G'd.
Yeah. He super didn't like it, but it wasn't an instant kill.
No, it only took off about a sixth of his max health, which is no small thing. Oh, he dodged that one.
Yep, he juked it straight up.
It still hit him, though, but he tried to iframe it.
I think I've got it. Oh, nope. Gotta get up there. I have your horn, jackass.
Just Monster Hunter this fucker.
I used his horn to cut off his top part.
I want a candy bag. Maybe some sour keys. Fuck, I miss sour keys. Fucking Ben mentioned them on a stream on Ready Run, and I've been craving them ever since. And that was like a month ago.
That makes sense.
He was trying to explain to the chat what a sour key was, the Americans in the chat, and none of them could understand it. 100-pack of Sour Patch and Swedish Fish. Oh, those are good too.
Oh yeah.
Sour keys are some of the best gummy candy in the world, though.
I had to put, oh, that's a cool level. We're here in Titan's Realm. In the libraries of the Lazarus Labs, you learned of an artifact that can sever the connection between our two worlds, known as the Crucible. If you can retrieve the Crucible, you can use it to close the well and shut down the Argent Tower permanently from inside Hell. I had to give away those gummy worms because I don't like gummy worms specifically. They skeeve me out very badly.
Yeah.
But there's not a way to, like, do that easily. So what I ended up doing was just taking the bag and putting it on a desk in the break room with a post-it note on it that said, "Please take these. They're objectively fine, but I bought them for my little sister-in-law, but she's allergic to them, it turns out." Because if I had just left them, they would stay there. And if I put, "Please take these," that feels weird. So I felt I needed to have an explanation.
Just put them in the fridge. Someone will take them without asking.
Oh!
Hey!
That's real shit. We're going into Titan's Realm. I'm sure Sam has something to say to us. Asshole.
Atlas rolled his eyes, looked away.
Okay.
Yeah, you just have to put a note saying "do not touch."
Oh, here's another one of us.
Sweet. Is it The Last of Us?
Each of his reckoning was uncounted.
Oh, whoops. Oh, well, I got too far away from the sound. They carved his name deep into the tablets of hell across aeons, and each battle etched terror into the hearts of the demons. They knew he would come as he always had, and as he always will, to feast upon the blood of the wicked, for he alone could draw strength from his fallen foes, and ever his power grew swift and unrelenting. Oh, look at all these great triangles.
Now I'm curious if that's just part of the demon's own... Like, they're referring to the demon keys, I guess.
The crystals.
Drawing power from the demons themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But it's strange, because they act like he gets stronger by killing them, and maybe that's just how they see him, as a piece of legend.
I mean, they do refill my health.
That's true, I guess.
So... It is a little earlier than we would usually take a break, but we've just gotten into a new level, and it's going to be a little involved. So we're going to take the break now. If someone wanted to bang donate in chat, this would be a good time to check out those links. And also, I meant to put it in the thing and still haven't. I will set a reminder to do that before tomorrow. But also, the PSL had a bunch of their organizers just fucking rounded up over this last week, and they also have a legal defense fund that I think is a good place to donate your money if you have some. In the meantime, I'm gonna get up and stretch my legs and get a drink of water. We suggest you do whatever self-care is important to you. And we're going to run an ad break while we're in BRB. You can choose to watch it or don't. Control your life here in 2020. And we'll catch you back here in 3 to 5 minutes. Please join us then. Alrighty, I'm back. And Alice is back.
I'm also back.
We're back together. Back once again. It's the rhyme animals.
I'm the hippopotamus.
The lyrics is bottomless. Okay. Right, teeth. Okay, let's do it, I guess. This is unsettling.
Just fall in the hole.
Yep, I like that we get a 3-point landing.
Mm-hmm. Doom says, fuck fall damage.
Just gonna pull your whole eye out.
Fall damage is for demons and straight people.
Demon certainly isn't, the Doom certainly isn't either one of those.
Mm-hmm. Doom is agender and asexual.
You get your name, gender, and occupation. Doom. Doom. And Doom. Sure are a lot of bones in here.
So many healthy organs.
So many. I don't know how healthy these organs are. I'll be honest with you. I think some of these orgos might be a little past their due date. Oh no, I can't. Okay, well. Then perish.
You've got head cacos. Go to the nurse's office.
You have head cold.
This thing's really giving you a pain.
Yeah, it's because when it goes from being staggered for glory kills and then gets out of that state on its own, then they get a little bit of health back, so you can try again.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that that one was high in the air, so I couldn't glory kill it, so it kept getting health back whenever I shot at it a little too much.
Can Cacodemons not be killed without a finisher?
No, they can. I did it eventually. It just took a minute.
Hmm.
It's just that it was up in the air, so my guns weren't doing as much damage as maybe they ought.
Mm-hmm. Certainly not your shotgun, which
Yeah.
everyone knows that shotguns are super close range and basically melee weapons. Video games are weird, y'all.
The relation of the, I'm just gonna press this skull in. The relation of the video game to the gun is weird.
There's very specific ideas of how certain guns act in video games, and literally all of them are completely wrong.
Can we? Oh, fun. That
Video
one's,
games
that's
are
still moving.
fake. See? Healthy organs, I told you.
No, you're right. There are a couple good healthy ones in here. We can go this way, but why would we when we can go down here to the secret?
And you pet the heart.
The heart is puppy, oh no. I don't know if I like that.
Secret discovered.
Updated my journal. I can upgrade some shit.
Oh yeah, you've got lots of USB keys now.
Yeah. So there's all that done. I only have the one track left to me.
Why does hell have organs? I mean, why does a church have organs?
What does a church need with a duodenum?
What does God?
I have so many fucking... Why? Why did I have this so many?
See, now you get it, Xenon.
I got all this. Yeah, sure. Jagged shrapnel. Mastery challenge, kill 3 or more demons with a single detonation 15 times. I'll work on that. Thanks.
Look for them imps.
Chain gun. Demons killed while stunned.
Revenants work too, because I believe the kill counts even if they slam into a wall to die.
Kill 4 more demons during a single mobile turret, deploy 5 times, and everything else is sorted. Okay.
Hey, Bad Road remembers when Simpsons had funny jokes.
Churches need organs to play in the Garden of Eden by Iron Butterfly. In the Garden of Eden.
By Iron Butterfly.
Oh, hey, Pinky! You were here still, behind me, the whole time.
Is You Were Here Still the sequel to We Were Here Too?
No, it's the spiritual successor to Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd.
Oh, okay. Which is the sequel to The Wizard of Oz.
Which is the sequel to The Wizard of Oz, yeah. There we go. I'm getting better at killing the little shrieky head guys.
And with The Wizard of Oz, we come back around to Nightmare, and ooh, nasty.
I wonder if it's the same magician.
What, you think that the guy from Nightmare is the Wizard of Oz?
No, not the Wizard of Oz. The guy from the other game show that I was trying to... that I was trying to bring to mind.
You mean the one where it goes, you have chosen poorly and all that?
I feel like what you're describing is Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
You mean Indiana Jones?
Not Monty Python and the Holy Grail, I think. Let's actually get back on topic before I take us just all the way down the hole. So there was a game show starring a guy he's like a character actor. He was like in an episode of House, like everyone is, And, can I blow that
It's
up?
true, I was in an episode of House.
Yeah, like most actors are in one episode of House where they play a complete asshole who, like, is going to die, and then House makes sure they don't die.
After basically killing them 6 times.
After basically killing them 6 times, yeah. And he's... I don't know if he is British, but he certainly speaks with a British accent in every role I've ever seen him in. Oh, hey, Mancubus. So... probably British. And, like, the conceit of the show is that he had a mansion, and each room of the mansion was like a different puzzle or challenge, and you got to choose which room you did off the back of a very vague description. And if you did enough challenges, you could, like, try and unlock a multi-million-dollar, like, prize chest. And if you didn't, then you just kind of got sent out into the grounds of the house to be eaten by wolves, it was said.
Well, I found Finders Keepers from Nickelodeon and Fort Boyard from France.
Okay, it definitely wasn't a Nickelodeon show. This was for adults. It's okay if we don't find this one.
Well, that doesn't mean that I don't want to find it.
That's true. It's just another one of these things that's taken up residence in my brain, and I don't get to be rid of it ever.
One of the problems with searching for a game show about a wizard is what always comes up is The Wizard of Oz, which is a show that is not, in fact, about a wizard. It's about Alex Trebek.
Okay. So he wasn't a wizard in the game show.
Okay.
He was just an...
Then why are we talking about wizards?
Because he was a wizard in the episode of House he was in.
What?
He was a like stage magician, and he like tried to fake his own, not fake his own death, but like he was like trying to predict his own death, because if he got it wrong, then hey, he's still alive, but if he got it right, he'd die a legend.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so the keyword I'm looking for is mansion then.
Yeah, probably.
Is it called The Mansion?
It might have just been called The Mansion. It was
The Mansion was a short-lived reality competition series in which 8 supercharged competitors would renovate. No, this is not it.
Supercharged competitors.
Yeah, this sounds like
chlorine and guarana.
Nick Arcade keeps coming up.
God, I loved Nick Arcade.
That was where kids would go on there, and you'd think they were really bad at video games, but really it was that they were under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
That's why people on game shows, especially children, often seem to be really bad at what they're doing, is because they're under so much pressure.
Yeah, like these are, especially in the case of a Nickelodeon game show, they're like kids that have been taken, like, off the street, or not off the street, but like, taken out of the Universal Studios, like...
A State of Panic? Is this it?
A State of Panic sounds right. Steve Valentine, is he very thin and has a bad goatee?
No, he doesn't have a goatee, but he has slicked back hair, and he looks like he should have a goatee.
Yes, then that's probably it.
He looks like such a douchebag.
He does look like such a douchebag, and maybe he's fine, I don't know.
The game is similar in concept to several other shows like Fear Factor, Finders Keepers, and Fort Boyard. Wow! Other games that came up while I was searching for it. The British game show The Crystal Maze, and which is the other wizard show I was trying to think of, was The Crystal Maze.
Oh,
and
the one Jim Sterling likes.
Yes. And the GSN game show How Much Is Enough. 7 contestants search through a series of 3 rooms for cash. Bills of smaller denominations are hidden in easy locations in the rooms, or placed out in plain sight. Bills of larger denominations up to $100 are hidden in areas that are more difficult to reach or protected by various animals like snakes, crabs, spiders, maggots, insects, etc., all of which are harmless but disturbing. Meanwhile, each room takes on a life of its own to make things trickier and scarier for the contestants. For example, the basement floods with water, the study has moving walls and a ceiling that shrink the room to a very small size. This sounds amazing. This sounds hilarious, too.
The one that's stuck in my head, the challenge that's stuck in my head is Steve Valentine, I suppose is his name, says, "Alright, so we're gonna put you in, we're going to put you in my study, and it's dark in there, but all of the money's right out in the open, all you have to do is take it." So they, like, put them in a completely dark room, and they're just kind of feeling around for cash, and then the lights come on, and they're surrounded by, like, pig carcasses and viscera.
When he's not playing the host, he still looks like a douchebag, but in a totally different way, and that's kind of amazing. Oh my god! I actually remember the one episode of Married with Children that he was in for like 2 seconds. That's his earliest credit, and I'm like, oh my god, I remember this guy.
Was he also a stage magician in Married with Children?
No, he was just a guy standing in line. And he said something.
Oh, alright.
He was a reporter in Melrose Place. He played some bit parts in a lot of TV shows.
Yeah. Character actor, like I said.
Uh-huh.
And was in an episode of House, like all character actors.
Flynn, in the episode You Don't Want to Know.
Who played the magician on House was the direction I decided to attack the problem from. I believe the problem was that he had lupus.
Oh, was he the first guy where House was like, it's never lupus, and it turned out to be lupus?
Yeah, I think it was the... Well, no, the it's not lupus thing had been going on for a while, and it's, it ended up being lupus, and it's like, I finally have a patient that has lupus. Which I guess was them putting the joke to bed.
I remember that there was an episode where the first time someone had lupus, he was like, it is lupus, and then the person died. Because he refused to believe that it could be lupus.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah, House...
It's a bad show.
It's not a great adaptation of its source material.
No.
They took all the wrong parts of Sherlock Holmes and got rid of the good parts.
Yeah. It being what am I trying to get to? Oh, hey, Hell Baron. It being a weekly television program as opposed to a series of serialized novels.
Mm-hmm. Bad Road, his name is House.
Yeah. And he has a little mate called Wilson.
Uh-huh.
As opposed to Watson. Eat it.
Yeah, you could be forgiven for not realizing it was based on Sherlock Holmes if you weren't too familiar with Sherlock Holmes. Because it's not like a great adaptation or...
Here we go. It's not a great
adaptation. Then again, I also think that the Sherlock show on BBC was a really bad adaptation, and that was actually trying to follow the source material to an extent.
I think it was better.
It was closer. The late 80s Sherlock Holmes from the BBC was really, really good.
It's one of these, like, this is something I rail on in my private life. I've probably said it on screen once or twice. I don't think, ooh, excuse me, I need to pick up this Funko Pop. I don't think, those are nice colors. Oh, it's a Voltron one. Oh no, it's Commander Keen. So,
There's also one that looks like Crash.
We as a society, I think, are over the idea that we need, like, broken people. Like, this particular, idea where there is a where our protagonist is busted, and the whole idea is that they are busted and that they are despicable and we are not to learn from them, doesn't work.
Yeah, people don't understand that when they see it. And it really doesn't work with Holmes, because the fact that Holmes was a broken man is secondary to his character.
Yeah, it's like I've been watching from Rewatch with Love, and James Bond is very much the same way. Like, James Bond is, like, when you actually look at his actions and the way that he interacts with the world, quite bad as a human being. But that's I don't know if I even want to say a modern read, but it's a read that the source material is not in any way dependent upon.
See, with Sherlock, the source material is absolutely dependent to a certain extent on Holmes being this depressed, self-loathing drug addict. But, again, it's secondary to his character because he is his own complete person. And at the time, the guy writing him, Arthur Conan Doyle, didn't really understand what it was he was writing, necessarily. To him, the people he based Holmes off of was just these strange, quirky people who seemed to be really good at particular things, but would not have interest in other things. And nowadays, we see someone like Sherlock Holmes and realize that he's coded autistic. But back then, it was just...
Yeah, that wasn't a thing.
He's a strange fellow. Haha. And it's cool to look back that far, even so, and see this character who is coded that way and is just generally viewed as a hero and the imperfect hero of his narrative would be the best way to put that. Yeah, I mean, those things were not even understood by medical science at the time. Hell, they're barely understood now.
So, we almost got crushed by a crusher.
We sure did.
It's fine, though.
So nowadays, when you get people trying to create something like that, you end up with, what's a great example of how the modern writer fails to do so because they have those labels available? Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice.
I was gonna say, that's also a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, Deadly Premonitions.
Uh-huh. Oh my god. We have these labels available, and they try to write these characters, but they have those labels, so they try to stick to these terrible stereotypes, most of which are completely unfounded. To use one of my mom's turns of phrase, I'd want to Lucy Liu read a phone book.
Oh, right. Was that any good? Elementary? Oh!
I've never seen Elementary, but Andy seems to like it.
It's one of those things where it was on basic television.
Mm.
So my brain went, I don't need this in my life.
And I think Psych is very good in a lot of ways as well. And Psych is very Holmes adjacent.
Oh, excuse me.
Same with The Mentalist, though The Mentalist's first season is fucking embarrassing.
Why is it just...
So, the thing that The Mentalist is based on after the first season is that our main character, whose name I've actually forgotten, is just...
Mentalist.
Yes. It's about a guy who's just really into psychology, and he's also a manipulative piece of shit, but he tries to use his abilities to do good, but he's also out for revenge. And it's really interesting stuff that generally gets the facts of psychology right down to where things don't work. But the first season, it's about how he's a hypnotist. And so he hypnotizes people, and it's fucking embarrassing to watch.
Huh. That's bad. You're not coming through again.
The Mentalist is a genuine love... Elementary has a genuine love of the Source. The problem is they have, like, similar syllables. Updated by people who seem to actually get how autism works. Also, Natalie Dormer starts flirting with Lucy Liu while being kinda evil, and it just works. Well, that's awesome. Do you think they knew anything about hypnosis? I mean, no one... I mean, see, after the first season, when he does actual hypnotic things, which, by the way, hypnosis has nothing to do with the stage trick hypnosis. He actually does use, like, actual hypnotic techniques in later seasons, and does it correctly, albeit a bit too easily. But in the first season, it's just hilarious. Like, if you come at it as a comedy, it might work. But it's kinda hard to watch.
I know very little about hypnosis, save for some pornographic MP3s I had for a while.
The main thing about hypnosis is if you repeat the same thing over and over again and sound calm and confident in it, you can convince people of just about anything. And that's the basis of actual hypnosis. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Repetition, repetition. I mostly know about Hypno King, says Xenon.
Yeah. There's more imps around here, surely. Oh. I mean, there are more imps. I'm sorry I called you Shirley. There we go.
Like, that line is what convinced people that Leslie Nielsen could be a comedian, you know?
It's a really good line.
Mm-hmm. Because everyone else was... all the others were comedians, and they were trying to do a line. And they were trying to do a bit. But then... And the director kept telling them, no, come at it completely seriously. And Leslie Nielsen was a natural at it, because he'd been doing dramatic acting for most of his life. So he just came at it with, I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. And it's hilarious. Because he doesn't act like it's a joke.
He doesn't play it for laughs, like, even a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the, I'm trying to come up with a reference that isn't just more wrestling. Because my brain was like, Lance Storm, and it's like, I mean, that sort of works, but no one's gonna know what the fuck that means. It's not actually clarifying anything. Oh, alright. What about this other name that you don't want to say because it's a name of a bad person and it's a bad thing to do? It's like, oh, well, no.
People were worried Leonard Nimoy couldn't do comedy. Leonard Nimoy is hilarious.
Nope. Come back down here.
Before directing Star Trek 4, people were worried he couldn't do comedy, and after, people were worried he couldn't do drama. It's like people can't, like, separate these things in their mind, think that people can do multiple things. It turns out that people are multifaceted.
Yeah. I contain multitudes. I'm vast.
I'm a bitch. I'm a lover. I'm a child. I'm a mother.
God,
I'm a sinner. And a sinner.
I need you to stop.
Okay.
That was my mom's favorite song for...
Oh no, that was Cindy's favorite song
for
too.
For so long. And it sucked so bad.
It's not even a good song.
No, it's not.
Like, it's just basic pop, but with more yelling.
The song is just called Bitch.
I was not aware of that because I never actually bothered to find out what it was called, but the lyrics are burned into my mind.
Yeah. It's, No, this doesn't look like a boss arena.
They used it for a bit in Hellsing Abridged, and I have no idea how to find the title. I mean, search the lyrics, that'll usually do it.
Oh, okay. It wants me to go up there and take the blue thing. It wants me to take the blue thing, and then it's gonna drop all the demons on me. So I guess let's take the blue thing.
Yeah, just searching those first couple lines did bring it up in Google. That's usually the best way to go.
Oh no, look. Oh, why are they smoky like that? That's no good.
Didn't work when you tried it? Well, that sucks. The first thing I did, or I searched for it just now, and the first thing it brought up was like 6 instances of the music video.
Who did that track, by the way?
Meredith Brooks.
Meredith Brooks. I
I knew who did it, I didn't know the title.
I knew the information was stored somewhere in the back of my mind, but... It's so bad a song. It's just like, I'm never gonna apologize for being super shitty.
That's like half of the songs from the 80s.
Yeah. Hey, it turns out we weren't alright as a society and still aren't.
Uh-huh. Oh, let's see. Good 80s songs. How about We're Not Gonna Take It by Twisted Sister?
So, there's a lot of good 80s songs, because there was a lot of good punk in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I like London Dungeon by the Misfits, she said, completely ruining her punk cred instantly.
At least you didn't say the Ramones.
That's true. So, I like London Dungeon specifically, like the guitars are rad, and Danzig's Danzig and continues to be Danzig, and it's fun hearing Danzig be Danzig. But London Dungeon is named after the tabletop role-playing shop that Danzig would go to in England.
Very
when
nice.
he was in England.
How did he play Dungeons and Dragons? You can't understand anything he says.
That's all character. He played, oh, I know this off the top of, I know this from somewhere. Chosen of Grumsh, I think? They have their, tongues ripped out.
Mm-hmm.
It's an orc cleric thing.
Gotcha.
They're usually evil.
Anyone claiming punk cred kinda loses it automatically. Yeah, you're not wrong there. On the other hand, the Ramones are very anti-punk, which is why I brought them up specifically.
Yeah.
Eye of Grumsh. There you go, they put out one eye.
Eye of Grumsh, yes. Thank you.
Not to be confused with Eye of Vecna, where you put in one eye.
Do they not tear out the tongue also? I played an evil campaign with one of our players was a Eye of Grumsh and also had their tongue ripped out, so they just communicated by whole fisting a pencil and just slamming it on a table and drawing something. Then again, that player was also our DM because we didn't really have enough people, so that was kind of a hey, I'm not going to tell you where to go or what to do thing. I'm gonna go this way. That's good. I'm glad I went this way. There's a bunch of wailing over here. And gnashing of teeth.
I like whaling. I don't like whaling. Whales are beautiful creatures.
Let's listen to a little story time.
None could stand before the Horde, but the Doomslayer.
Yeah.
Despair spread before him like a plague, striking fear into the Shadow Dwellers, driving them to deeper and darker pits. But from the depths of the abyss
Oh, here we go.
rose the Great One, a champion mighty ferocity, he strode upon the plain and faced the Doom Slayer. And a mighty battle was fought on the desolate plains. The Titan fought with the fury of the countless that had fallen at the Doom Slayer's hand. But there fell the Titan, and in his defeat, the Shadow Horde were routed.
Okay. So that big dude with all the teeth from the very beginning of the level?
Mm-hmm.
We killed that.
Yep.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
I like that we killed that.
Doom landed in a very familiar place.
Mm-hmm.
Doom landed in a very familiar place. He was surprised to see it again, for there was the carcass of one of his greatest foes.
Oh, good. Rip and tear.
Come
Come back.
I see the revolt sword again.
Jesus.
Oh my god. I wonder if Kevin Smith has grown as a person. I haven't watched any of his recent stuff.
I used to listen to his podcast.
After Chasing Amy, I lost a lot of respect for him. Holy shit, that is one of the worst fucking movies.
It's real bad, yeah.
A straight
there
man
you are.
A straight man who thinks women are a different species attempts to describe lesbians by saying that many lesbians are actually straight. That's Chasing Amy in a nutshell.
Yeah. Like, I've not seen anything from Kevin Smith that presumes he's grown much.
Mm-hmm.
He's certainly gotten mellower with the advent of anxiety medicating marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
So when I stopped listening to his podcast, and this wasn't the reason I stopped, I just kind of fell away from it. He had started doing this thing where he called it the green punch up or something. He went through the entire script of Mallrats, like a scene or two at a time, while just very, very high, and rewrote it, and just kind of shared the results.
That actually sounds really funny.
Like, it sounds really funny, but it was a lot of I have the like call phrase in my head, the thing that describes what this is. I don't think I can actually say it on Twitch. Is the deal. It's so Red State was a very good movie. Or at the very least, it was.
Usually heard the opposite.
It was a very affecting movie.
Mm-hmm.
If what you wanted to do, as I believe was the case, is create an affecting movie, he did that thing.
I've heard it called unsubtle by gamers.
It's. Oh, that's just because it's about gay people.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because it was extremely unsubtle in what it's attempting to satirize.
Oh, it is absolutely very unsubtle. Yeah, it was very good at specific things. So the idea was that, like, these two really shitty kids, I should preface perhaps that the kids also were very shitty, were, like, they answer an ad for a threesome so that they can lose their virginity. And it turns out the person who placed the ad was, like, part of a not Westboro Baptist Church kind of analog, and, like, said, oh, you wanted to do gay stuff together. It's like, no, we both wanted to do sex with you. Yeah, that's the same thing. And they were, like, kidnapped, and then it was kind of a, like, a movie where just everything kept falling apart. It's terrifying. The last 15 minutes do salvage a lot of it. I need to stop talking about this, actually. Maybe go watch the movie yourself. I haven't watched it in a while. Maybe it's bad to say it's a good film. It's rough. I'll say that much.
Mm.
Hey,
In any case, Kevin Smith is the master of unsubtlety.
300, yeah. I never saw Tusk. I wonder if it's anything other than Tusk.
What was the one about the Canadian thing that he did?
The Goon.
No, I don't think so.
No?
There was, when he released Red State, he released like 2 other movies rapidly in a row, and one of them had like a Canadian theme, and I can't fucking remember.
Yeah, it was Goon, I think. It was.
Might have been.
It was about a hockey player.
Might have been.
It was about a hockeyman. So
Canadians, Kevin Smith, Canadian. Oh, it's Yoga Hosers.
Oh, that's different than I thought it was.
Yeah. It's called the Canadian Trilogy or the True North Trilogy.
That sounds very strong and free. Am I supposed to be doing something here? Oh, here's a... I should look at my fucking map more. I should be using my BFG more, also.
Yoga Hosers has a 2 out of 5 stars on IMDb.
Hey, that's better than nothing.
It sure is.
I haven't made a movie that's 2.5 stars out of 5. So who am I to judge Kevin Smith?
It's not for critics.
It's not for me. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, hey, thank you, Andy.
Wow, that one almost sounds like a real person, huh? They're getting clever.
This is the last one, I think. We're full of demon juice.
Full of delicious demon juice.
Yeah, there's no more space for it. I started to say and then stopped because I got sidetracked. This might be the level where the spiders start showing up. The spider people. So, eyes up, I guess.
And in his terrible rancor between worlds,
And through time.
More games need arachnophobia modes.
be named, but in his heresy was loyal to his evil cause. The wretch adorned the Doomslayer in a mighty armor, wrought in the forges of hell, impenetrable and unyielding, with sword and shield of adamantine strength. The Doomslayer sent to banishing all that were left unbroken by his savagery to the void.
So this story that we're being told through the pillars is a really fun story. The thing about it is that it does end with us in a coffin.
And you know that going into it.
Yeah. So, oh, okay, sure. You're pinky but blurry. I don't care.
Oh right, the ghost pinkies.
Yeah. So, I don't know how we get to there.
See, I think that once we get the rest of the story, we'll understand whether this is before or after the arena. Because I know that in Doom Eternal, they specifically reference it, so it is part of the canon. They're hinky, they're pinky in the blur. Oh no.
Oh no. I don't like that. Damon Album is gonna come and get me.
That one had green glows.
It did have green glows because it was the Cyber Mancubus.
Ooh.
You didn't enjoy my Damon Album joke?
No, I must have missed it.
Yeah. I said that it was Pinky in the Blur and Damon Album was gonna come and get me.
Oh, okay.
Because he was in Blur.
My brain probably shorted out, as it has wont to do.
Before he was in the Gorillas, he was in Blur.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my joke that I made.
Did he ever get his head shaved?
By a jumbo jet?
Uh-huh. I know that he was trying, but it wasn't easy.
Well, yeah, but nothing is.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
We did the whole verse. We did it.
What's funny about the Gorillas is that it's basically song 2, the band. Again.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's absolutely, like... I think the Gorillas is now a little more like Damon Albarn and his Amazing Friends, because, like, literally every track has a Fiat on it, but... That's fine. It's a good band, still.
It's a cartoon band.
Yeah. Like Hi Hi Puffy Yummy Yumi.
Uh-huh.
Or Josie and the Pussycats.
Do you think Gorillas will ever open for the Teen Titans?
Did Hi Hi Puffy Yummy Yumi open for Teen Titans?
Yeah, they wrote the theme song.
Huh. That makes so much sense.
Uh-huh.
I'm mad at how much sense that makes.
I think the Tumblr post was Jack Black, but the point is the same. Oh, there was this one Tumblr post of how he can call up Snoop Dogg to be on his YouTube video. After he made song 2 and went, yeah. Yeah, that's about right. The Tumblr post was Jack Black, but the point's the same, yeah.
Did you ever watch Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends?
That was the one with Iceman and that other character, the Fire Girl that they made up for the show.
Firestar.
Firestar.
Yeah.
Who was just basically Firestorm
But a girl
from
this time.
DC, but a girl in Marvel this time.
Yeah.
And also not two people combined together, but same powers.
Yeah. I had a couple of those, like VHS tapes when I was little. And I remember specifically one, I think the bad guy was Mysterio, spoilers, but because it was a, like, mystery thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say it was a mystery thing, what I mean is it was literally, no? Why can't I get to this name? I know it. Agatha Christie's, and then there was one, except superheroes this time.
That's been done so many times.
Yeah.
That's kind of amazing.
And then there was...
Think about that with Spider-Man.
Well, and then there was none as a really good story.
Mm-hmm. Murder on the Orient Express is another one that gets copied over and over again.
Hi Hi Puffy Yummy Yumi did the Teen Titans theme song, and then they did it again in Japanese, and then when they went to Japan, Beast Boy sang a bad karaoke translation of the Japanese version. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. There's also one episode where in the English version they use the Japanese theme song, and in the Japanese version they use the English theme song, and I thought that was great. I don't even remember the episode, I just remember that thing about it.
Real red in here.
Well, that means there's gonna be a fight.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Yep.
You sure did call it.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, there's egg on my face thinking there wasn't going to be a fight in here. I thought maybe the demons had just invested in some nice mood lighting. I mean, red isn't my color, but I'm not a demon. But no, it turns out there's fights.
It's the Red Blood District.
It's very red in here. Just gonna super shotgun you. That works really well. I probably should have been doing that this whole time.
Super Shotgun is super powerful.
That's
Not
what-
as powerful as the BFG, but it also doesn't have a big load time.
Alright, I have the BFG still also as well.
Mm-hmm. The BFG is Doom's FFW. It's his favorite fucking weapon.
Oh, okay. I was trying to be like friends with benefits.
They may have done that for more than one episode. But they certainly did it for at least one. BFG, BFF. There you go. Best friends gore ever.
I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad that you said best friends gore ever.
We shall rip and tear together until it is done.
Please get away. I feel like I don't have a good answer for the Revenants. I guess the super shotgun was putting in work.
I found the plasma rifle works very well against them.
Crunch.
Because that way you don't have to land individual shots as they zip around the room.
That makes sense. The plasma rifle does have like a little bit of tracking on it too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't if you're using a mouse.
Oh.
That's all controller stuff.
Well, I guess I am a scrub, thanks. I'm just gonna come over here and heal up for no reason.
I mean, it's not as egregious as Paladins, where it makes it so you can't miss, so... How Overwatch's was getting bad for a while. But there was also not crossplay in Overwatch, so it didn't matter.
Alice over here like, ooh, look at the console scrub.
Yeah, that's me, alright.
Look at this aim-assisting console scrub over here.
Yeah, that's me.
That's what you sound like.
Yeah.
Does it make you feel good to, like, drag me down like that?
No, I'm actually starting to feel really, really bad.
Oh, sorry. You know I'm just doing a joke.
What is the purple thing?
What purple thing?
In the middle of the room.
Quad damage.
Oh, okay. You just did the whole thing without it, huh?
I probably should have taken it, to be honest with you. It would have made everything a lot easier.
It would have gone quicker.
Yeah.
Doom says quad damage is for scrubs.
Yeah. Like aim assist. We brought it around. We're good friends.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to turn this dial real quick. And that'll crack open this thing, and then we'll go to... extra special hell? A lot of stuff going on today.
Oh no, I did the bit too good. It's my constant fear when I try to do a joke. I really like that particular glory kill where you sweep their legs out from under them and then punch them in the face in the air and they explode.
Yeah. I mean, I like almost all the glory kills, don't get me wrong.
That's probably my favorite out of all of them.
I think there's a third pinky behind me. Yeah. There's two of the regular ones and two specters. Yeah. They're supposed to be invisible, but they kind of aren't.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like... I think, what are they called? Phantoms? Specters?
Specters, yeah.
And they're supposed to, like, have cloaking technology, but they're not very good at it.
I mean... yeah.
I guess it's optical camo.
Like a crab.
You know how, like, Snake was really, really obvious when he was using the optical camo in MGS4, but no one could see him anyway?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you have to look good, right?
I guess. That game was not as bad as the next one, so I'll give it that. It's a low bar, I know.
So what I like about the optical camo is that, like, at the beginning of the game, Hideo Kojima, like, stops you down to watch a fucking picture of an octopus on the ocean floor that he saw on Discovery Channel. Just like, hey, octopuses can just do this shit. Isn't that wild?
That's pretty. That's one definition of amazing. So, Metal Gear Solid 2 is Kojima at his worst, and simultaneously it kind of comes around to being Kojima at his best. It's basically Kojima trying to be super deep the whole time, and it comes off as hilarious. It is comedy gold, and he doesn't realize that it's comedy gold.
Last night in Pathfinder, we were exploring an old fortress with a portal to hell in the basement. There's a room full of hell wasps. And I made the check to hear them through the door, but I had no relevant knowledges, so I asked, are there, like, some kind of wasps that are native to hell? Like a hell wasp?
A hell wasp.
I'm just gonna grab these heal boxes for no reason, and then we'll hear what I think is the last piece of this puzzle.
Yet as the mighty Titan fell, and dread engulfed the armies of doom,
Sure.
the demon priests of the blood temples laid a trap to capture this scourge of hell, insatiable even by the vanquishing of the Great One. The Hellwalker sought prey in the tombs of the Blood Keep, and blinded by his fervor, the lure drew him in. The priests brought down the temple upon the Doomslayer, and in his defeat entombed him in the cursed sarcophagus. The mark of the Doomslayer was burned upon his crypt, a warning to all of hell that the terror within must never be freed. There he lies still and evermore in silent suffering.
Yeah, so they put us in a jar. We wanted to punch the demons too hard. They used it to trap us.
And that is presumably at the end of Doom 64. Alright, so that means he was not in the Arena Eternal at this point. That means that does happen between this and Doom Eternal, and that makes sense since it's called Doom Eternal.
It does make sense. We might end up going a little long.
That's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. I'm just kind of stating it for the record, because I'm looking at up the top right, the thing that says how many demons you've murdered and how good you've been at it. And there's still 2 whole bars there. So, yeah.
But yeah, MGS2 is probably the most solid gameplay-wise out of the series, which it doesn't get enough credit for.
It is very good as a video game.
As long as you don't think that anything that's going on in the story is actually important, because it's not.
It wants to be making a point very badly.
So
that it's absolutely not doing.
Something that really stuck with me. I don't even remember who said this first, but Kojima, and this wasn't about Kojima when they said it, but it was Kojima wants the credit for creating something amazing and beautiful and artistic and deep without putting in the effort to learn how to do that. He wants to be seen as a great artist without actually having to be a great artist. So he just kind of slaps a lot of amateur bullshit together.
Okay.
He wants the legacy. He doesn't care about the creation. There you go. MGS3 makes sense compared to a lot of the series. MGS3 is a fairly straightforward story.
Yeah, it's
That doesn't mean it makes sense.
No,
but in comparison,
it makes sense in its own context. Like, it's still got a whole bunch of wild-ass Kojima shit where there's literal, actual ghosts, and the woman's scar moves on her body like a snake for some reason, because now she's over her trauma that she's dead.
and also the boss may have won the Battle of Normandy single-handedly
Just
while
all
giving
by
birth.
herself.
This is a real piece of lore.
Yeah.
While giving birth.
But in terms of an actual spy story, it's pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what the characters are, why they're there, what they're doing, and what their goals are. And then one guy can just shoot lightning out of his hands for reasons.
No, Xenon, you pretty much got it, actually. That is about 95% of the story.
I'm going to read that, I'm sorry. Is MGS not just Snake being all, am I being lied to?
And then someone else will reassure him, no, Snake, you're not being lied to. And then 10 minutes later, it'll turn out he was being lied to.
Mr. President.
Oh my god, I forgot that fucking thing. Just for no goddamn reason, post-credits, too.
Yeah. Well, it's a tradition, like the Otacon, not Otacon, the, like, big wrap-up, like, exposition dump where they tie up all the loose ends is absolutely in Metal Gear Solid,
Oh yeah, it's in all of them.
yeah.
And it never makes sense. It never actually wraps anything up.
No, but it's like kind of like, oh, maybe you noticed there were some loose ends. Let's tie up enough of those until I get bored.
MGS4 is the most egregious.
Oh yeah, because uh-oh. That's not what I wanted. There we go.
And then even that gets retconned in the very next game.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Metal Gear Solid 4. More spoilers, I guess. Do we care?
I mean, I don't.
Sure.
If anyone in chat cares about Metal Gear spoilers, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So
But we're giving you plenty of warning to skip ahead.
So Metal Gear Solid 4's big ending cutscene, let's wrap up all the loose ends thing, is delivered by Big Boss, who we've been assured has been dead throughout every single Metal Gear game.
Well, he was in the first and second one.
His death... I'm sorry, Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
His death is in fact the inciting action for Metal Gear Solid. The first Metal Gear Solid, the thing that Revolver Ocelot and his crew want is the body of Big Boss so that they can unfreeze it. Or something. And... Hellbairn. And... then to learn that, in fact, they knew that Big Boss was alive the whole time, and that Revolver Ocelot knowingly underwent hypnotic suggestion to implant Liquid's personality in his brain.
Which he thinks is in his hand for some reason.
Which he thinks is in his arm for some reason. Well, not for some reason. It's because, it's because he got his arm ripped off and, replaced it with Liquid's arm.
Which makes total sense.
It makes total sense. Don't worry. Don't question it. Don't worry about it.
Also, another thing I want to point out is that in Metal Gear Solid 3, the reason that Big Boss looks like Solid Snake is because the original idea of the game is that it was a virtual reality mission that Solid Snake was undertaking. It was basically reliving Big Boss's adventures. But then in Metal Gear Solid 4, you see Big Boss and he is not Solid Snake. But then in Metal Gear Solid 5, you play as Big Boss, more or less, and also see Big Boss, and he is Solid Snake again. And the whole thing is just a mess.
Yeah. Anyway. When your phantom limb syndrome includes an actual phantom, yeah.
Also, they called the next game the Phantom Pain.
Yep. You want to talk about deeply subtle content creators.
Oh my god, I hate that I understand why people see Kojima as a deep thinker. I really hate it.
Is it not just the sort of, like, kind of general human idea of, well, I'm a genius, clearly, and I don't understand this. That must mean it must be deep and meaningful.
That is a big part of it, yes. The other part is that Kojima just keeps throwing shit in your face to make it sound like it's complicated when he's actually telling a very simple story.
The buying depth with complexity.
Oh geez, even my shitty high school had philosophy classes.
Mine did not.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Norman High School North did.
Del City High? Nah, not so much. This is a lot of resources they're handing us.
Philosophy is important because without philosophy classes, you don't understand that Kojima's a hack.
Oh, these are fun. Oh, right. I meant to point these out. We saw these in some of the tanks, and they're not. We hadn't seen them up until that point. Is confusing depth with complexity like confusing inconvenience with difficulty? Yeah, exactly. It's something that surface level looks similar, but when you like get right down to it, it isn't. It's a cheap... Okay. Cool down. It's a very cheap understanding of what those things are. Huh. So, this is another boss arena. With some sort of crabman. Okay.
So, like... I'm sad. I'm a little frustrated to say that like another director, or in this case directors, who've done the same thing as Kojima, using very simple philosophy to try and sound like they're complex. Their story is complex, even though it's actually very basic stuff, is the Wachowski sisters. And The Matrix is a perfectly fine action movie. But they seem to think that it is much, much smarter than it is. It's just, what if we lived in a simulation? And that's it.
I've been told in recent years that it's a very good trans allegory, but I have not examined it under that lens enough to be able to give you a concise...
that is not how they describe it, is the thing. So whether it is or not, I don't think that's the author's intent.
It's certainly how they describe it now.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, I know the blue pill, red pill thing they see that way now, even if they didn't at the time. I don't know about the rest of it. In any case, I'm glad that they've, if that's the case, I'm glad that they see their own art in through a more competent, I guess, lens. Not competent, that's a bad word for it. Through a more realistic lens as to what they were doing.
Okay.
I also love that 2000 CGI. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know when they each realized they were trans either, so... Like, that's not something I am privy to. I like how this one keeps flashing while you're glory killing it for some reason.
It's still going, is the thing. Oh no, there's a second one. I don't like that.
Oh, that must be why. it turns out it just keeps coming back.
Oh, there's two.
Uh-huh.
That's bad. I don't like that very much. Ooh,
I'm trying to find the name of this thing.
That's a lot.
I looked it up, and it said Cyber Demon, and then showed a picture of the Cyber Demon, and I was like, that is not the Cyber Demon that she was fighting.
It just popped up the name of the deal, and I did not retain what it was called because I am too busy fighting them. Ooh, yep.
The Hell Guardians.
Hell Guardians, yes.
Well, that's a generic-ass name.
They're the Guardians of Hell, like, I don't know what you want.
They didn't write it with that intent. They realized the allegory works and might have been subconscious in retrospect. See, that makes sense. And at the time, they were talking about how it was the smartest action movie ever made, and it probably isn't. Like, with the original described intent, it's just very, very basic stuff. And it's cute and it's fun. It's just not what was it's just not how they described it. Also, the sequels are god-awful and fucking unwatchable.
Wow, that was quick.
The Matrix is one of those movies that's real fun to watch. Yes, one of those movies.
And certainly not three of those movies.
Oh, God, no.
I really... Okay, so it's been a long time since I've seen the Matrix films.
Mm-hmm.
So I do not feel comfortable making a statement about how good or bad they are in retrospect.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say is I remember pretty clearly the, like, big assault fight at the end of Matrix Revolutions.
Mm-hmm.
And how it was the dudes in the mech suits versus the, like, nanomachine son. And how rad that was.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good action sequence.
They had some good action sequences, certainly. I actually remember coming out of the theater after, what's the second one?
The
Reloaded.
Yeah.
I remember coming out of the theater and all my friends being super excited, like, oh, that was so cool, did you see this, this, and this? And I was like, I just wasted 2 hours of my life. And that's how you know I'm not that into action movies. Reloaded's best scene is the one that had me cracking up the whole time, which is the fucking terrible Agent Smith fight. That was funny as hell.
Oop, okay, well.
And it took itself so seriously.
Got that one. Just gonna crack into your skull, friend, and tear out your bits. Thank you for your appendages. Think we got there.
You beat Smaug.
I like the wrestle fight in Scooby-Doo 2002. That was a fun action scene. I agree.
Pull out the xenomorph tongue.
Whew. That was a whole ass thing.
So all the stone parts, the chitinous parts, that's just armor. You just pulled the entire demon out.
Yeah, I know. They showed it like slithering in at the start of the deal.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Ah, there it is. The Crucible. There might be another red light flashing thing after this, so hot warning.
Yes, that is correct, Andy. Hey, you got the demon.
Oh,
key.
here we go.
All right.
All right.
There's a romantic comedy called Imagine Me and You that's about lesbians, and it's rated like G and PG in like 30 different territories, and then in the US it's rated R with no explanation.
Huh.
Because it's about
the gays. Yeah. So, Bad Road asks a good question. Why did the Hollow Marines electrocute us? So that was two things happening at the same time. First, there was the Green Knight people. I sort of alluded to it earlier, but they're on our side. Vaguely. Sam had a couple of statues of them in his office, along with a statue of us that he dragged out of hell.
They are intended to be copies of Doom, effectively.
Yeah. So there is a faction in hell that isn't hideous. So that's a good thing.
They've created their own Praetor suits.
And the other thing that happened was our tether was activated. The tether is the thing that Samuel Hayden is using to drag us back out of hell. We basically we grabbed the thing, Sam saw we had the thing, and we got fished hook backed out. So our next level is going to be back on Mars, I guess, but we'll save that for next week because, hey, make a wish, it's 11/11. I don't know why that's a thing. It's something I saw exactly once. I was tickled by it, and I've made it a part of who I am as a person. I wish it was 11/12. Well, I got good news for you here in just a minute. Your wish is going to come true.
Hooray!
So, thank you all so much for joining us. We don't have a lot more of these. I think we might be able to get it done in one more, at most two. And
it's just 2 more levels, isn't it?
It's a little bit more than that, but not a lot more than that. If we really jam on the gas, like, we could probably get it done. We could probably get it done next week. Or maybe we won't. I don't want to jam on the gas too hard. So, that's going to be this week. Thank you so much for joining me, Alice.
I'm glad to be here.
Hooray. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody else. And I've been Kristi. Oh, I should go to the outro screen, probably. I should hit Alt-Tab so I can hit the button that goes to the outro screen, probably. There it is. I'm about to sneeze. I'm sorry. I'm Kristi, one of 5 women who stream on the channel, along with Alice and my wife Katie and her sisters Annie and Sue. We stream 6 days a week, so if you want to interact with the follow button, you can see when we're going live. Let's run down our schedule for you so you know what you're getting into. Tomorrow is Tuesday. That's going to be Andrea with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. She's done with the main story from regular brand Ace Attorney, but there's bonus material, and then I think there's more of the trilogy on the thing.
Well, this next case is... It's called a bonus because it was added for the DS remake, and it bridges the gap between the first 2 games.
Right.
Because there's stuff that's just left unknown without it.
Okay. But I think my question was, after that's done, the rest...
Yeah, there's still 2 more games.
Okay, and that's still on the... Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
So there's plenty of more Ace Attorney in the future. Come hang out and watch her play that. She has a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun watching her.
Hold it!
Hold it! Objection! So those are all fun and everything. My favorite thing that she does is the voice for the judge. Like, the judge kind of has a unlabeled... I don't know if you'd call it a tick or a catchphrase, but he says very well a lot, and Annie always pronounces it as very well.
I think that's just how Annie says very well.
Oh. It felt like a conscious choice. It's very fun. Anyway, so that's Tuesday. Wednesday is going to be Sue with...
She's gonna give Horizon another try, but it hasn't been updated yet, so we don't know.
Right, Horizon Zero Dawn. I was like, she's playing Monster Hunter? No, she played Monster Hunter because the thing she was playing broke. So she's going to give Horizon Zero Dawn another shot. It had a big crash last week, so if that happens again, she might end up playing more Monster Hunter or something else. We'll see how that goes. Thursday is going to be Alice playing more Devil May Cry 5.
Uh-huh.
It's a good game. It's really fun. You shoot the demons, or you summon other demons to fight the demons.
You make the demons fight the demons.
You make the demons fight the demons, which
and
is
also the bird is clearly supposed to be Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah. So there was this show there was this anime I really hated called King of Bandits Jing. And the crow in Devil May Cry 5 really reminds me of the crow in King of Bandits Jing.
Who was also based on Iago from Aladdin.
I think they're all just drawing from the same sort of general, really shitty, talkative animal stereotype.
Well, sure, but the specific personality was probably popularized by Aladdin.
Makes sense. So I said a lot of words, but at the end of the day, what I meant was Alice will be playing more Devil May Cry 5. It will be fun. Friday is Katie with more Dead Rising 4, to the best of my knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So, more zombies getting torn apart. More ludicrous weapons.
It is a lovely day in the village, and you are a horrible Frank.
A horrible Frank. Saturday we don't stream. Sunday is going to be our community day. We had to skip last week. We don't know what we're going to be playing this week, but it'll be something, presumably. And Monday it'll loop back around to me and Alice playing more Doom.
Hooray!
If you're looking for other people to follow, you can see our stream team below the pane here at truck.community. Riz Plays Games, Xenon Fiber, Andemonium, and the Land of the Rising Sun, and Bad Road. Wonderful streamers, worthy of your time and attention. And if you're wondering specifically what they're playing, our team schedule lives at truckcommunity.neocities.org. I have to slow down every time to get to that, otherwise I will fuck it up. Because it's a .org, not a .com, and it's NeoCities, not GeoCities, and my brain desperately wants to say GeoCities.
It's New Cities instead of Earth Cities.
It's a whole new city. It's a brand new colony where everything will change. We'll give ourselves new names. And,
with gambling and sex workers.
If you bang donate in chat at any time, or also if you're watching this on YouTube, in the description below, there are links to organizations where you can give some of your time, money, and energy towards the current civil rights movement, reminding you again, because it is very important that Black Lives Matter. Is that everything? Oh, speaking of YouTube, we have a YouTube. It's youtube.truck.community. The videos go back for literal years. There's so much fucking content.
Binge our shit.
That's just not resolving as a thing at all now.
Oh no, it never gets truck.community correctly.
Oh. Okay.
It's just YouTube cuts off the top level domain a letter early.
Oh, that's weird. Okay,
well, it's just the way it parses. It's bad because it's Twitch.
Mm-hmm. So that's everything I need to say to you. Thank you so much for joining us. And until we see you next time, stay safe. You want to say goodbye, Alice?
Goodbye, Alice.
There you go.